Thank you for setting aside time to listen to this message titled, Watch What You Say to Your Spouse. Today I'll break down Ephesians 4:29 and explain how we can practically apply it to our marriages. Be sure to stay tuned until the end of the video because I'll provide you with a challenge that'll help you improve or even help save a struggling marriage. Let's start off by reading the verse I will be sharing today. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 29 reads, "Let no corrupting talk come out of your mouth, but only such as good for building up as fits the occasion, that it may be give grace to those who hear." Let's look at the first section of that verse. It says, "Let no corrupting talk come out of your mouths." The word corrupt means rotten or worthless, literally or morally. Be cautioned about letting rotten or worthless words come out of our mouths towards our spouse. Rotten or worthless words are often delivered in the form of curses or derogatory statements that can make our spouses feel worthless, doubtful of themselves, hopeless, helpless, unworthy of love. And these feelings we certainly want to avoid bringing up in our spouses. The second part of the verse tells us what to do to help avoid saying things that lead to those aforementioned feelings. It reads, "But only such as good for building up." Instead of corrupting talk, this portion of the verse encourages us to speak good words in effort to build our spouses up. The question I have for you is, how can we do this well? Well, the answer is through words of affirmation. Saying those wonderful things you used to tell your spouse in the beginning of a relationship, right? Getting back to those words and kind thoughts and feelings and messages that you used to tell them, and how expressing how happy you were to see them when you first started dating. Second thing you can do is pointing out the things that your spouse does right, not only focusing on the shortcomings. The third thing is verbally expressing appreciation. Your spouse says something or does something you appreciate, even the small stuff, point it out, right? It can be contagious. Ask yourself before you speak, is what I'm about to say building up my spouse or breaking him or her down? You can also ask yourself, is what I'm about to say rotten, worthless, or fruitful and valuable? We need to remember that the first thing we say to our spouses when we walk through the door end of the evening sets the tone for the evening. If our grand entrance is critical, insensitive, cold, or the silent treatment, which is oftentimes the worst thing, it could be a long, tense night that may continue into the next day. But if we enter and we are warm, sensitive, compassionate, interested in his or her day, the evening will be the opposite, a blessing. To help increase the chances of evening being a blessing, let's look at what the third section of Ephesians 4:29 says. It reads, "As fits the occasion." Many of us have heard the saying, timing is everything. This is certainly true when it comes to communicating with our spouses. Be purposeful about acknowledging something your spouse does well in the moment. If you wait and do it later, it often loses its effect, and you might forget to say what you planned on saying. So, to accurately convey the magnitude of what he or she did, tell them on a scale of 1 to 10 how much it means to you. When we say positive, affirming things in the moment on a regular basis, they lead to the outcome we read about in the latter part of the verse, which reads, "That it may give grace to those who hear." Think of that grace mentioned here as being a gift in the form of words to your spouse. When we think about receiving gifts, we love to receive them on special occasions, but isn't it spectacular when we receive those gifts unexpectedly? Make it a habit of spontaneously giving your spouse the gift of kind words that build him or her up. And as promised, my challenge for you is to make it a daily habit to say words in the moment that lift your spouse up 2 to 3 times a day. Now, it's essential that when you are authentic when you do this, or it could have the opposite effect. So call on the help of the Holy Spirit as needed. If you accept this challenge, your marriage will undoubtedly be blessed. This all may sound difficult, especially if your marriage is on the verge of divorce, but remember, nothing is too hard for the Lord. Thank you for tuning into this channel. I'll be posting messages regularly, so subscribe to the channel so that you can get access to them and apply them to your marriage as soon as they are released. My next YouTube message, part 2 of Watch What You Say, will be on applying Psalm 19:14 to your marriage. So you can also visit my Facebook page, Jesus Saves Marriages, for more scriptures to help enhance your marriage. If this video has been a blessing to you or your marriage, I'd appreciate it if you would like the video, share the video with a friend, and comment on the video. Thanks, and have a blessed day.